Who are you?
I'm a sailor.
I'm a model.
I'm a wife.
I'm a farmer.
I'm a racer.
I'm a soldier.
I'm a pilot.
I'm a businesswoman.
I'm a steel worker.
I'm a golfer.
I'm a football player.
I'm a masseuse.
I'm a pastor.
Stop! These are not who you are. They are what you do.
Who is the you that is doing what you do?
A good place to start answering the question of who you are is by defining what you are. You are a human being, and as such you share a common set of human traits with all other human beings. Your unique identity as a human, the you, that is you, is derived from the infinitely variable strengths and qualities of each trait that you were given before you were born. Intellect is a good example of a pre-birth human trait that varies in strength and quality from person to person. Intellect falls under the heading of a functional human trait. Instincts are another heading for human traits. Instinct is the untaught reaction to stimuli. An example of an instinct is self-preservation, which varies in strength and quality from person to person. Another heading or classification of human traits is emotions. We are all born with the same human emotions, but the strength of each varies from person to person, giving each person a unique emotional makeup. For example, some individuals are naturally shyer than others. There are just under 80 catalogued human emotions. These 80 emotions can be divided into 6 different categories. One is emotions of confusion. Examples would be feeling uncertain, doubtful, perplexed or embarrassed. 2 is emotions of sadness. Examples of these emotions are feeling depressed, desperate, crushed, sorrowful, or frustrated. 3rd is emotions of strength. Examples are feeling sure, secure, ambitious, confident, or bold. 4th is emotions of happiness. Examples are feeling amused, pleased, optimistic, enthusiastic, or loving. 5th is emotions of anger. Examples are feeling annoyed, fed up, furious, mad, or irritated. 6th is energizing emotions. Examples are feeling determined, inspired, vibrant, motivated, or focused. There is also a category of human traits called needs. In 1943, Abraham Maslow developed a theory of 5 basic human needs, which are physiological needs, safety needs, love and belonging needs, esteem needs, and self-actualization needs. A more expansive modern explanation of these needs is provided by author Tony Robbins as follows. Certainty, assurance you can avoid pain and gain pleasure. Uncertainty and variety, the need for the unknown, change, new stimuli. Significance, feeling unique, important, special or needed. Connection and love, a strong feeling of closeness or union with someone or something. Growth, an expansion of capacity, capability or understanding. Contribution, a sense of service and focus on helping, giving to and supporting others. Almost all writers on the subject will include some combination of these basic elements. The point is that all humans are subject to these needs to varying degrees, and the operative term is varying degrees. Because each individual experiences these needs at different levels of intensity. That is what makes us all the same, but at the same time unique. Akin to human needs, there are also natural human desires. Desires are psychological motivations that drive human behavior in pursuit of giving life meaning. According to Professor Stephen Rice, about 16 basic desires guide nearly all meaningful behavior. Some of these desires are power, the desire to achieve, lead, and influence others. Independence, the desire to be free and self-reliant. Curiosity, the desire to learn and explore. Acceptance, the desire to be approved and belong. Order, the desire for coherence and cooperation. Honor, to have the respect of others. Idealism, serving something greater than themselves. Social contact, to enjoy meaningful relationships with people. Status, to be thought of highly. Vengeance, retaliation against injury. Romance, the desire to have sexual and emotional intimacy. Wealth, the desire to have money and material possessions. Health, the desire to be physically and mentally well. And to eat and sleep well. Comfort, the desire to avoid pain and suffering, and experience tranquility. Success, the desire to accomplish goals and be recognized. Family, the desire to have and nurture children and relatives. Now that we know what it is to be human, we are well on our way to identifying who you are. You are firstly, a unique human being that exhibits a unique structure of traits of human nature. You might refer to this as your personality. But we are only halfway there, because there is a part of you that governs, adjusts, and tempers the way you express your human nature or personality. That control center is the spiritual part of you. It is primarily expressed in what you believe. Beliefs govern actions, therefore, though vengeance is a natural part of our nature, because we believe vengeance is the Lord's, we exercise restraint over exercising vengeance. Romans 12 verse 19 guides us, and says, "Beloved, never avenge yourselves, but leave it to the wrath of God, for it is written, Vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord." In that regard you are a non-vengeful person. Your beliefs are the framework of who you are. Genesis 15 verse 6 gives us an example. It reads, "And he, Abraham, believed the Lord, and he counted it to him as righteousness." Abraham's beliefs led to actions that defined who he was, as righteous. In the macro view, who you are, is an expression of your personality and belief system. In the micro view, these two contain a combination of your character, morality, persona, temperament, beliefs, worldview, intellect, brainpower, wisdom, insights, natural talents, intrinsic aptitudes and abilities, habits, patterns of behavior, and selfhood, unique intrinsic pattern of sensing and responding to the world. You are not what you do. Who you are, determines what you do. Numbers 20:12 says, "And the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, Because you did not believe in me, to uphold me as holy in the eyes of the people of Israel, therefore you shall not bring this assembly into the land that I have given them." Deuteronomy 9 verse 23 says, "And when the Lord sent you from Kadesh Barnea, saying, Go up and take possession of the land that I have given you, then you rebelled against the commandment of the Lord your God and did not believe him or obey his voice." Mark 7 verse 21 says, "For from within, out of the heart of man, come evil thoughts, sexual immorality, theft, murder, adultery." 2 Timothy 2 verse 22 says, "So flee youthful passions and pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace, along with those who call on the Lord from a pure heart." Inspecting a person's behavior is a good tool for beginning to learn who someone is, because behavior normally issues from who they are. However, behavior can be forced, mimicked, or pretended, therefore, care must be taken to analyze behavior over time to reduce the likelihood of false conclusions. If you believe in the mores and behavioral norms of this culture, your being will be shrouded in falsehoods that prevent the you that God intended you to be from ever taking shape. What follows is a description of a man named John, who when someone asked who he is was described as follows. John is an intelligent, quick thinker, full of energy to serve and to lead others to Christ. He is calm and has his emotions in check. He has proved himself courageous taking the gospel to the unsaved. He is kind, generous, and exceptionally patient in adversity. He is hardworking, trustworthy, and frugal. His wife esteems him highly as a loving husband and father, and his children respect him. His sense of humor is infectious, and his hospitality draws even strangers to him. He is righteous, yet humble, loving yet firm, and has an impeccable sense of timing as to when to speak and when to be silent. I consider John a righteous man and loyal friend. Now that is who John is. How would someone describe who you are? How would you describe who you are? Are people seeing the real you, or are they seeing a false you plastered over with worldly symbols of success, material things, prestige, and status? Do you focus more on what you do than who you are? Have you allowed God to mold the internal you, so that you can control the human nature that rages against righteousness? Most important, who would God say that you are?
Who are you?